The polar bear is often called ice bear, or in its scientific name Ursus maritimus, is a large mammal in the biological family Ursidae that eats meat. It belongs to the circumpolar species found around the northernmost continent of the Earth, namely the Arctic continent, and is the most carnivorous bear among the bear family. Other polar bears are sometimes also classified as marine mammals. Male polar bears weigh between 400 to 600 kg and can sometimes reach more than 800 kg with a height of more than 2.5 meters. Meanwhile, female polar bears are only half the weight of male bears, with a weight of between 200 to 300 kg and a height of about 2 meters. Polar bears have a very sharp sense of smell. They can smell the carcass of a whale or seal from 20 miles away. Polar bears are good swimmers because they can swim as far as 100 kilometers without stopping. They use their front limbs to swim and their hind limbs as a rudder. Oil glands on their skin can oil their fur well so that it is water resistant and keeps its body dry while swimming. In summer at the North Pole, especially in May-June, the thick bear fur begins to fall out to keep body temperature stable. The main food for polar bears is fish and seals. They are patient animals when hunting, waiting for prey, seals, that are diving for hours until the target jumps to land and is then immediately pounced on by the bear. The power to paralyze their prey is in the bear's claws, sharp and powerful blow from the forelegs. An adult polar bear requires an assumption of 2 kilograms of fat per day to survive in cold temperatures. A seal weighing 55 kilograms can provide sufficient food reserves for polar bears to survive for 8 days. The mating season for polar bears occurs in the summer at the North Pole, which is between March-June. Then polar bear babies will be born in December-January. Usually they will give birth to 2 to 3 babies. During pregnancy, the mother bear will dig a nest in the snow and even sleep all winter in the den until the baby bears are born. Even so, the mother bear doesn't feel dehydrated or lacks food at all to breastfeed the baby bears that have been born. The babies will live in the nest for approximately 28 months. Newborn baby polar bears are only the size of mice, have no fur, blind, and weak at all. A female polar bear proves to be the most devoted mammalian mother when it comes to caring for their young. Polar bears are marine mammals because they spend months out of the year in the sea. Polar bears are the only living, marine mammals, with strong, large feet and soles enabling them to walk and run for miles. In general, polar bears live individually. However, female polar bears will live in groups to protect each other when they are pregnant and when they are looking for food. Female bears will usually live along the coast of the North Pole, while male bears live on pack ice and adrift in the sea about 180 miles away from the coast. Polar bears are active animals by nature and are not at all afraid of human presence. According to a statement from the United States Geological Survey, USGS, 2/3 of the polar bear population will be extinct by the middle of the 21st century. Within a few decades, the Arctic will lose a huge amount of ice cover. 13 experts even predict that 40% of the polar bear's habitat will be destroyed by 2050. Therefore, in the late 1990s, the Community Area Development Community in Cochrane, Canada, established the Polar Bear Conservation and Education Habitat and Heritage Village. This nonprofit rehabilitation center was created specifically to protect polar bears. Open for 365 days without holidays for all people who care about the endangered polar bear population, to gain knowledge, learning, and hands-on experience caring for polar bears.